Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great in your life and will continue to do so. So, today's topic is gonna be about prop firms, to be specific, CFD prop firms, and to be even more specific, we will be making a tier list about those prop firms. So, if you remember me, and if you remember my YouTube channel, you remember the video that I posted about 8 to 9 months ago about the prop firms, but that was for the futures space, and I wanted to make a video about CFD also, since I have traded CFD for much longer period of time than I have traded future. So I wanted to make a video about it, and that's what we are going to do today. Today we will be basically be making a tier list video on which prop firm is good and which prop firm is bad. So let's do that. In front of you is a prop firm tier list, and we will rate them from S tier to F tier. Although I hope no prop firm goes into F tier. And to be honest, all the platforms that you are seeing in front of your screen, I will not read all of them. I will read only what I have traded or what I have seen somebody in my team or friend group trade and their experience about it. So I'm obviously not going to rate all of this, but most of them I will try to rate the most popular ones as of me, not according to you. Maybe there are some more platforms that you think is popular, but I don't know about that. So mind me, okay. So our first platform is funding pips, okay, and obviously it goes to S tier. I don't have any complaints with funding pips, and I believe funding pips is the perfect platform that has existed in the CFD space. And I don't see any other platform trying to bring as much change as funding pips, especially their hot seat program that used to be a thing for the past, and now they have the prime. And I've seen so many people around my friend group, my trade group, that are trying to basically get prime, and those who have gotten the prime status, they are getting daily payouts, so it's going good. At the end of the day, funding pips, according to me, is the most beginner friendly platform, not because of the price specifically, but because of the rules. The rules are much easier to pass, and I believe it's a very lenient platform, and unless or until you do something totally out of the book, you will obviously get banned from that in any other platform, also not just funding pips. But other than that, it's a good platform, gives you the payout right on time, and don't have any sketchy rules or anything like that. For the past few days, I do have some people trying to tell me that they are trying to ban people and the CID ban is wrong, etc., etc. But I would rather take my own experience than somebody else's words. I have never faced any issue with them, and if I did, that was probably because of my own mistake, which I later on found out about. Okay, so according to me, the best platform, yes, I will say it, even when I have to basically, I shouldn't be saying best or things like that for my image, but even for then, I will say the best CFD platform in the space is funding pips. There is no platform above that, right? That's my own opinion. If you have a different opinion, it's okay, right? And then after that, there comes the second best platform, second or third best platforms. This platform stands anywhere from second best for fifth best, like anywhere between your list. But for me, it's not the best, like, but it's not like, it doesn't even, it hasn't done something to make the S tier, but it hasn't done anything wrong to basically for me to put it into B tier. So I will put it into A tier. So my story with FundNext has been quite good, to be honest. I did got my payout denied with them, the same payout that I got from the funding pips. So that was the thing. But my friends, a lot of my friends, to be honest, have gotten great amount of payouts and on time from FundNext. So I could say that I was the, maybe I was the one in wrong, or maybe uh, I was just having a bad luck, since when you're trading with a million platforms, like, when you're trading with when you have a millions of clients, you may or may not do some one or two three mistakes, even without any problem, like even without wanting to do that mistake. So that's why we call it a mistake, to be honest. But as mistake happens, and I believe mine was a mistake, because my friends have gotten much bigger payout than mine, which got denied. So I can totally understand it uh, mm, as a mistake. And they have a future version also, that like they trade CFD also, and they provide the future version also. And I am trying their future version. I have gotten multiple payouts from that. So from Future Cigar, the platform is perfect. From CFD, I did got my payout denied, but again, my friends got their payout on time, so I can't say anything about it, right? The next platform that I will rate is Maven. Okay, now I haven't traded Maven, but I have heard from, again, my team member who trades with Maven, and he has told me that it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's a platform that is okayish. You can trade with them, but if you have gotten max allocation from funding pips, funding next, like what I'm trying to tell you here is that only go for platforms like B tier, B tier, not below B tier, but only go with platforms with like that are on B tier. only when you seem to basically have max allocated from S tier or A tier prop firm. Because why do you need to go for the prop firms? Like why do you need to go for these prop firms when you have S tier or A tier? Just go with the max allocation from these. Okay, that's my opinion. Again, you can have a different opinion, but I'm telling you from my personal experience. Try to max out the prop firms that are much more popular and get the payouts from them, rather than trying to invest it on on some random prop firms or some mid level prop firms. Okay, now again, Marvin, according to my team member, he has studied with them. He has gotten his payouts, but nothing extraordinary. It's just same. No, I don't see any point. And he also told me that there isn't much benefit of showing consistency in Marvin. Okay, whereas in if you show consistency in funding pips, funding next, you're getting reward for it, which is prime and scaling up, right? That's the advantage. Now we have Alpha Capital Group, again a tier prop firm. I think nothing there is nothing wrong with it. Prop firm that has been in the space for a long period amount of time and has given payouts, has probably the most lenient rules in the space, but can be tacky for someone who is just new. So that's why it's on A tier. But again, other than that, perfect prop firm, you can trade with it, you can get your payout, as simple as that, right? After that, there is this Blueberry Funded. Now, I have never traded with Blueberry Funded, but I have seen a lot of things about it on Instagram, and it's not good. Okay, so some people who do paid promotions for prop firms, paid by prop firms, they they are getting their payout. Okay, and they are getting their payout, especially from their instant accounts, which they call, people call them that they are too good to be true, and other than that, like there are multiple things about the platform in itself, but like not getting payouts for those who are not influencers, not promoting them, and thing like that. But basically, other than that, I haven't personally tried their accounts. I do think I will probably try their one of their accounts, which is instant account, in future if I feel like it. But other than that, I haven't, since I don't trade CFD space anymore. I don't trade prop firms on CFD. I trade on live accounts, so I'm not probably not going to try it. But I may or may not in future will try the CFD space prop firms, but just for the funded squad, just for funded squad and all that. Not trying to be, not trying to go inside it too much, because I will tell about it later on. But I will try it. But for now, I will put it up into solid 8 B tier, and right above Maven though, because of the the variety that you get. And you can but I cannot put it at A tier or B S tier, because I have heard a lot of people not getting payouts, but at the same time I have heard a lot of people getting payouts. So yeah. Now, GFT used to be one of the best prop firms before, but again now it's a B tier prop firm. I will put it between basically between Funded Squad and Marvin. And GFT, the thing about GFT is it can pay you if you're in luck, and it can also deny you the payout if you are not in luck. As simple as that. You cannot know about them. But like, I'm not saying the prop firm denies the payout in itself, but the payout accuracy is just 70%. So 70% of the time you will get your payout. 30% if you're no, you will not. So that's how GFT works. And I have traded with GFT, so I can say that I have traded with GFT for. I left trading for GFT even when I was trading with CFD space for like 7-8 months. But when I did trade, I did get my payout. Later on, I heard that a lot of people were getting their payout denied. Even one of my team member who traded with them got his payout denied without any reason, and that's why he stopped trading. And since he and I was not trading, so I had no, no, I just don't want to return to it. So that's why I left trading with GFT. But again, the solid B tier firm, it's a it has a chance of giving you payout, and like 70-80% of time it will give you payout. 20% it can, 20-30% it can deny without no specific reason. But other than that, the platform gives you the variety, which I think again Marvin doesn't give you that much variety. So that's why I have GFT above Marvin but below Funded Squad, right? Now, after that, we have Quanticle. Now, Quanticle goes straight to F tier. It's just a trash platform, and I haven't heard a single good thing about Quanticle. So why would I? I don't. I'm not trading. I'm not even trading the CFD space anymore. So I don't care about getting all getting. I'm not like, it's not like I haven't even traded with Quanticle. Like, just on the looks of it, it was a sketchy from the start. But so many things have happened with Quanticle. So many of my team members, so many of my followers have gotten their payout tonight that I cannot even count them on my hands. How many times I have gotten DMs from people who are saying that their payout got denied from Quanticle, and can I help them or anything like that, which I cannot because I don't know the owner. And like, I don't even want to know the owner. But yeah, the prop firm, pure shit, and I will not recommend it. Okay, and then comes the instant funding. I believe this is the instant funding logo. So again, it's a again solid B tier prop firm, doesn't go higher than that. And same as name suggests, it is a platform that provides instant accounts. And now again, it's not at the same level. It's kind of same as the FundNext code accounts. To be honest, I did bought one of the instant accounts with them. I believe it was a 200K account or a 100K account. I don't know which account it was, but I paid $2,200 for it. So you kind of expect it to be a crazy account. Like imagine paying $2,200 for an account. I don't know why, but I bought it for the love of the game. I didn't got the payout, so my $2,200 got wasted. Now some of you may call it a very stupid thing to do, but I don't know. Like when I bought it, after that I realized that you have to basically make 5% before you can request a payout. Although there's nothing wrong with it, because at the end of the day, if you just put no rules inside it, then you will how can you make money at the end of the day? Even with instant accounts, you're not doing charity, you have to make money to basically be sustainable, which I failed to do. So personally, I don't know why. I probably think I had a very bad losing streak that week and I lost the account. But it could have been better. It could have been better, obviously. I believe it was a 80K account, not even a 100K account, not even 200K account. It was an 80K account, I believe, if I'm right about it. Okay, so yeah, it was my experience. But that was my personal skill issue. Other than that, I didn't even request a payout, so I can't tell you. But other than that, it's all good. And most of my friends who traded with instant funding in past have gotten their payout. But I cannot give it above B tier again, not because of the uniqueness. It doesn't have anything unique, and the instant model that it used to provide, and the name it go like the naming instant funding itself isn't a thing that is unique anymore. So I don't see putting it above A tier or S tier. Okay, but I will put it above GFT. That is what I can do. And let's go on to the other prop firm. So we have FundHive. This prop firm goes straight to S tier. Now, the reason it goes to S tier is very simple, and there is nothing out of the world behind it. But the simple reason is that the prop firm itself is an ebook prop firm. It trades based on crypto. You basically buy accounts through crypto, you get your payout through crypto, and it's an ebook prop firm, which also at the same time provides you daily payout plus in almost instant payouts. Okay, so it's like withdrawing your crypto from trust wallet to different wallet, and it's just that simple. You can collect, you can you just have to connect your MetaMask to the prof with the prop firm. You buy your account through MetaMask, and you basically you know you get your payout through MetaMask, and that's it. Like that's the whole or model idea, like the whole model behind this thing. And the funny thing is that it is actually probably my best new gen prop form. It came very late in the game, but it has basically shown to be a very good prop form. The first benefit is obviously ebook prop form, and over the top of that, you get daily payouts, you get instant payouts at the same time. And there is one more thing that they have, that being pay from profits thing. So you can basically you have the option to buy the accounts for much cheaper, and depending on the more you risk, the more you have to pay. Let's say you risk 2% of the account size to pass a challenge, and you pass the challenge. Now but the more you risk in the pay from profits account type, the more you have to pay to basically activate that account to get the master account. But the less you risk, let's say you, instead of risking 2% per trade, you risk 0.5% or 1% per trade, then you pass the challenge without any problem. Like you pass the challenge, then you don't have to pay anything extra. You can, they will just cut the profit from the payout itself. Like they will cut the profit from the payout. And once they basically, like, well, let's say after reaching funded stage, you made $5,000. So if you and then you have to pay $500 for the from the profits, so they will give you $4,500 for the payout instead of $5,000. I hope that's clear. And if you basically go with high risk, then you have to pay $2,000, not from the payout, but before you even get the account itself. So to get the account, you have to pay $2,000 or $1,000 depending on how much you risked. So again, read the rules, you will find it. I'm not gonna explain the prop form in whole, but basically that is one of the model. And they have a scaling model also, where you have to pay, I believe, $229 for the challenge fee. That's if I believe I'm right, since it has been a long time since I've traded with them. But you have to pay $229 for the fee, and you will get a 10K account. Okay, and you can scale up from all the way from 10K to $1 million with that account, and all you have to do is to make 6% profit. So as soon as you make 6% profit, it will pay you out those $600. Let's say for 10K you make 6% profit, so it will pay you out $600. And out of those $600, you have the option, like it will not pay 600 but 550 or 500. And out of those $500 or $550, whatever you get, you have the option to basically upgrade for level 2, or you can just basically quit. So if you upgrade to level 2, you will have to pay $400 to basically upgrade, $450. So then you will get a 20K account. So you repeat the process till you reach 240K in funding, 240K or 250K if I'm right in funding. And at that point, you don't have to, after reaching that, after paying for that, and after, let's say you want to go from 240K to, let's say, 400K, then you don't have to pay anything, and you can continue doing that till $1 million. Like, after reaching, you can just 6% profit, withdraw it, take in your bank account, like do anything with it. There's nothing in it, like, there is no extra rule. 6% profit target, 6% max loss, and 6% B book profit, 6% B book loss. A whole different thing. I don't want to explain. It's quite little bit complicated than it sounds here, but it is a good thing because I have tried it and I personally went till level 6. After that, I blew the account, but I did got quite a bit of payout, money from that, so it's not like I care about it. But yeah, like I did care about it since I could have reached $1 million in funding. But at the end of the day, I have tried it, so it's a good thing. Like, the model is good if you are profitable, and if you have the patience of a hard rock, you will be able to get $1 million funding. Quite literally, the fastest way you can reach $1 million funding. Other ways will take you a lot of time, right? So yeah, that's advantage. And then we have the fivers. So fivers go straight to a tier. Again, nothing bad about the prop form, but in itself, it's a good prop form. It gives you payout on time. I haven't heard a single mistake about this prop form. You make money, they give you payout. So again, nothing wrong to be saying about this prop form in itself. The prop form has been doing great, and I hope it continues to do what it's doing right now, and continues to give payout right on time. Okay, now the last prop form of this whole tier list, that being FTMO. Now FTMO goes, I should say it goes below fivers, simply because of the no. The thing about FTMO is that it will give you payout if you make money. If it will give you that, I will probably put it below Alpha Capital, and I don't want to disrespect the longest running prop firm in the space as of now. But basically, FTMO, the problem with FTMO is that FTMO will pay you out if you make money, but they are heavily regulated on deciding from their own rules that like uh, whoever they pay the money, and they are have very heavily decided on that point, since they will basically add raise questions on why you are trading with this much risk, and that and this. And if you trade news, they will basically make a lot, ask you to sign a, tell them that if you again trade news, they have the right to blow your account. Multiple things, basically, just because it's like too many restrictions, too many leverage decisions that they can make, just to make sure you're not able to basically take your full potential. Unlike certain prop firms like funding pips, where they don't have those types of rules, like the like funding pips, which allow most of the traders to basically be a trade without any restriction, and any of that. I believe FTMO has too many restrictions, and that is why I don't like the prop firm. Like, if just from the payout basis, that whether the prop firm pays or not, I would put it at S tier. But from the other restriction and all that, it comes down to A tier, mid A tier prop firm. It will pay you out if you did everything right about, like, if you go with follow the rules and didn't risk too much in a single trade and all that. Like, just follow the rules, you will get paid out. So that's not the point here. But the point is, at the end of the day, you need to make sure the prop firm is still providing you some leniency so that you are able to trade with it without any issue. And that is what I personally prefer. I prefer being able to have some freedom over the, being able to have some freedom rather than cheap accounts and all that. That's what I want, and that's what funding pips provided. So that's why I took funding pips here at that S tier. Now there is one more prop firm that I forgot, that is Funder Pro. It comes at B tier again. So if you want to, it's a good prop firm. What was the very first prop firm that came with the idea of daily payouts and instant payouts, or like almost instant payout. And so I believe the prop firm, and I did trade with them, and I believe it was early 2024 when I was start trading with them, early 2024, and early to mid 2024 to like early to late 2024, I did trade with them. Then I stopped trading. I focused on funding pips totally. But yeah, that was my experience overall with the prop firm. And again, I say good prop firm is the best prop firm in the B tier, and like an OG prop firm. That's all I have to say. Okay, so this was my tier list that I wanted to make sure that everybody is here sees, because and there are a lot of prop firms that I might have came into existence when I'm not in the CFD active in the CFD prop firm space anymore. I don't look at the CFD prop firm space anymore. I know there are some prop firms like funding for funded firm, or Legion funding, or multiple prop firms that have came out. But I don't will not I like it's my motto is simple. If I haven't tried anything, I will not say about it, and I will not say anything about it. And if I haven't have some personal experience, like my team or my friend or my follower, like just some genuine experience that can actually make me have an opinion on that prop form, until and unless that happens, I am not gonna say anything about it. And I will probably not even trade it myself, so I will not say anything again. So if I haven't mentioned any new prop form that is working perfectly fine in the community, um uh you know just make sure that you're not falling for that. So yeah, that was it for today's video. I think I didn't read blueberry if I believe, so I will let it see it here. Okay, so it's a prop form that I've heard a lot of people talk about, but nobody basically um mm, like I have. It's not the best prop form. It's just like a trash prop form. I would not recommend because trading it. A lot of people trade it because the accounts are cheap, but again, what's the point of getting a cheap account if you don't get your payout after doing after trading for 1 or 2 3 months? So give yourself some little bit more time and space, and get some more money and buy accounts from more reputable platforms that have the capacity to pay you out once you make the money. Okay, so make sure you do that. And that was it for today's video. I hope you loved the video, and if you have any questions, again, you can comment down and ask them, and I would be very actively be replying on the comment section, and I will be active on the YouTube for the next few months. So let's hope we can continue this momentum. Bye bye.